Many times, because people don't know how to articulate what produced the result that they have, they say things like, it's the grace of God. Because they could not explain it. What brought them to where they are. Because many times we see the fruit, but we don't know the seed that produced the fruit. But it is when people are able to tell you the seed that produced the fruit that you can now duplicate the fruit. Because success leaves clues. But if you don't know the clues, you will not be able to replicate the success. But if you know what people did and you did what they did, anybody can, just by repetition, just by copy what people do, you become like them. It's simple like that. You say somebody that played lottery is lucky. In what way is he lucky? Was he the only one that heard the announcement? Many people heard the announcement to come and play lottery. He went, you didn't go. That's his faith. He believed in it. That's faith. That's a principle. When you go for lottery now free, no be ticket that they buy. You carry money, buy tickets. That is capital. That's a seed. That's a principle. You know buy. You say lucky. Is it the first time that he played the lottery that he won? No, he kept buying. That's persistence. That's a principle. And is it the day that he bought the ticket that they did the draw? No, he waited until the day of the raffle draw, the day of the something. That's his patience. That's a law. You told him, hey, don't do all this lottery. They will chop him and say, I don't go agree, I go do. That's what? That's a fighting spirit. Determination. That's a law. So even though those laws are applied in the wrong direction, he succeeded not because he's lucky. He applied laws. The opportunities are what? Ladders, steps, lifts, doors. When you want to climb from ground floor to upper floor and you put a ladder on the wall, for you to climb from ground floor to upper floor, you need both your hands and your leg because you are using the ladder. So there are opportunities that come in your life that will still require you to put in a lot of effort to go up, even though it's an opportunity. Because the person who don't get ladder is worse than you. They'll be trying to jump. You can't jump beyond because if you fall, you are down. So there are opportunities like that. The fact that it is an opportunity does not mean it's for lazy people. The fact that it's opportunity does not mean you should be inactive, doing nothing. Say, I'm just waiting for my opportunity. It doesn't work like that. Show me one person, one in the world that is betting is his life. That's what he does. That's his career. When you say, what do you do for this? I'm a better. I'm a gambler. That gambling is his life. And he was able to do it successfully and became a successful billionaire that his name entered first book of record. He now has children. He now handed over the business to his children. The children too now took it. So anything that is not sustainable, you already know that you're just wasting away your life. And because of poverty and covetousness, it thrives more where there is financial ignorance. Please go and do your research. When you live here now, go to Ikoyi, go to Banana Island, see if you see any betting shop there. Go to the places where rich people are. See whether when you go to Agege, Akomojo, Baja, Songo, Bariga, you see that they go to where poor people are. Because they are selling an illusion to you, and you will be thinking, go happen. Before you know it, 15 years later, you are still the same person. I was married and I did not have what it takes to handle the responsibilities of being married. And now a child is coming to join that equation. You see, and that's why I say there's no romance without finance. Because I fell for that trap of, I love you the way you are, it doesn't really matter, I love you the way you are. And I suddenly realized that is what we call naivete. I was a naive man that just believed that love is all you need. If you just love each other. Then I suddenly realized that love is not enough. Because even when a woman tells you I love you the way you are, it doesn't mean I love you to remain the way you are. She's hoping that somewhere along the line your story will change. If your story does not change, then our whole story about you will change. The ability to provide or not provide is not what makes you a man or your husband. Those are the teachings that we have. Problem. That is the teaching that has put us in trouble. That's the way all of us were brought up. So when the man is saying you have to take care of a family, hey, you have to be able to cook for your husband, so we now have a lot of cook that are useless. All they can do is cook and have sex. And I say that if that's what you are bringing to you, so you now have a wife that you no cerebral meat, cerebrally deficient. You have a wife you cannot gist with. You are talking of football, say what is football? You don't understand. You are talking of sports. You are talking of government. This American election, say where is America? No brain, nothing, no substance upstairs. All they have is to do boda.
Welcome to another episode of Selahmeditate, where we discuss on topics that will challenge your mindset, transform you, and also help you to improve your lifestyle. Today, I have someone that is not alien to this show. He is one of the most sought after transformational speakers and also a relationship expert. Well, we had this interview the first time already. We did part 1 of it. If you haven't seen it, do check it. I'll link it in the description so you can follow up and also understand much more about him. On this episode today, we're going to be discussing more on wealth creation and also relationship. He is the CEO of the Commonsense group. And if it's your first time or coming to the channel, do it to hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it and subscribe with those that this is going to benefit. Share it with people also. So guys, make welcome my very powerful guest here, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Sir,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
How did you get my people to give you another within 1 year? You are coming second time. As what now?
The first one was very, very interesting. Very interesting. I had a lot of people that they kept messaging saying, please, can you try and bring him up again? I think you guys didn't do justice to everything. I said, okay, I will try my best to get to see it.
That's good to hear. So
it's very good. It's very good. It's a privilege
to be here with you again. Well done for what you guys are doing also.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Now we can help and transform the lives of people.
Yeah, certainly. Before we get into it, I just want to understand what really drives you. What's your drive behind helping people and trying to see that you transform people and you develop people?
I think it's about the desire and the hunger for impact. Just like you are saying now, that a lot of people, were, blessed by the first session. That's the joy. When you see lives change, you see destinies transformed, you are happy. Because that means you are making a difference in the life of people. The highest level of living is significance. There are 3 levels of operation that people can live in. You can start with what we call the survival level. And then it's all about how to survive, what to eat, what to drink, and all the stuff. But after that, when you move on, you move into what is called the success level, where you get to a place where you have what it takes to live a comfortable life. But when people get to that level, they now discover that life is beyond what we term success. And that true success is making a difference and being significant. Then you now move to the 3rd level, which is the highest level of operation, which is the significance level. And like I always say to people, you need to have a significance mindset at every level of your life. So even when you are at the supposedly survival level, your mindset should be impact and significance. And that's what will actually bring you out of survival and make you significant. So my joy and my drive is impact. Seeing the lives of people change.
Was that what inspired the name Commonsense Group?
Yeah, the word common sense or phrase common sense is something that we have all heard all our life. And you just think that, common sense, it doesn't have, we think that common sense is common because of that common, but it's not really common. As you begin to move with people and relate with people, you realize that they do things and you're like, doesn't he have common sense? No, it's not common. Even though it's called common sense, it's uncommon. Not everybody has it. And starting out in life, I'm going to be, I don't know when this will air, but I'm going to be marking 35 years in full-time ministry this year, October. And when I look back at the last 35 years, I realized that what has marked out what I do is just wisdom for all-round success. Helping people to have wisdom to be able to succeed in different areas of life. And when it was time to start the company, I think we registered in 2001, that was 23 years ago. That was just it, Common Sense. It's Common Sense Limited, then Common Sense Estate, then Common Sense all like that, Common Sense Television. So it's just, that's just it. Just let people know that, look, you need to use your brain and think well as you connect to the mind of God. From the
beginning, has that vision was only there for you from the beginning? Or at a point in time?
I used to run, 1998, I started what is arguably the largest singles ministry in the whole of Africa.
Wow.
If not the whole of the world. It's called Wisdom for Singles. Wow. So it's still wisdom, common sense wisdom. So wisdom for singles. And I shared on common sense for single people in the 90s. I wrote a book called Common Sense is Not Common in the 90s. I wrote Common Sense is Not Common Part 2. So everything around wisdom and common sense has been part of my life for well over 3 decades. That's just more like wisdom and common sense is like, I don't know, I don't want to use the word brand or whatever, but that's just everything around me is all about wisdom and integrity.
You talked about that, you are starting up, that you have seen a lot in life, you have been through a lot in poverty and all of that. At what point did that transformation happen for you?
1997. 1997, 98. I shared the stories, even written in many of my books. My story and transformation when it comes to the issue of wealth came in 1997. I was expecting my first child. And that point in time in my life was a time when, you have this desire and hunger to be the best you can, but you are incapacitated by limited knowledge, limited resources, limited understanding. And my challenge then was the fact that I was married and I did not have what it takes to handle the responsibilities of being married. And now a child is coming to join that equation. You see, and that's why I say there's no romance without finance. Because I fell for that trap of, oh, I love you the way you are. It doesn't really matter. I love you the way you are. And I suddenly realized that is what we call naivete. I was a naive man that just believed that love is all you need. Oh, if you just love each other. Then I suddenly realized that love is not enough. Because even when a woman tells you, I love you the way you are, it doesn't mean I love you to remain the way you are. She's hoping that somewhere along the line your story will change. If your story does not change, then our whole story about you will change. So that was like a frustrating reality for me, that now I'm expecting a child, I don't even have money. If anything happens to this baby now, and they say come and pay for surgery, no money. And that's why I tell people, when you are pregnant, God gives you 9 months notice. So you have enough time to. So that was that 9 months. This beginning go come back and they explain talk story to this beginning. And that's why I say, God, I'm tired. You must change my story. Wow. And God said, are you really sure you want your story to change? I said, yes. And then the journey started. So for 8 months, I had an encounter. And within those 8 months, number one, because I was a pastor, and I'm still a pastor. But as a pastor then, to be a pastor and then to be poor, it was like an anomaly. So I'm like, God, I've served you all my life. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't woman, I don't do what I pay my tithe, I give my. Why am I poor? It's because you are practicing religion. And that's why you hear me say that religion is more dangerous than the devil. When you practice Christianity as a religion, you're going to be a pawn in the hands of charlatans behind the pulpit. When you practice Christianity as a religion, you're going to be a victim of the religious, myopic, unexperienced, inexposed interpretation of scriptures of the people that you listen to. Christianity is not a religion, it's a relationship with your creator. So he said, if you want to really practice kingdom, let me unveil this to you. And so for 8 months, he took me from Genesis to Revelation and began to show me from scripture his biblical economic plan for his church. And that was a breakthrough for me. Next thing he asked me was, who is the richest man in Africa? Who is the richest man in Europe? Who is the richest man in North America? He virtually asked me who the richest man in all the continents of the earth were. And I knew some, I didn't know some. I'm like, he said, are they born again? I said, no. He said, so if the richest people are not born again, and you say you are born again, you are not rich, then there's something you don't know that you need to know. There's something you are missing up that you need to understand. And he said, I should go and study the lives of all the rich and wealthy individuals and families I can find. 1998, 97, 98, no Google. To let you know the kind of work I did for those 8 months, it was like madness. Library to library, reading books, going around just studying, going to museums, studying, trying to find out who are the richest people. And I came out with some basic understanding. Number one, I realized that what I've been doing as a pastor was I've not been incorrect, but I've been incomplete.
Incorrect and incomplete.
I've been sincere, but I've been sincerely wrong.
Wow. You can be sincere and be sincerely wrong.
You can be sincere and be sincerely wrong. A lot of people are hardworking, but they are not smart working. Hard work is not enough. Smart work must accompany your hard work. So the first thing I realized was that look, I need to move from religion to kingdom, because there's a difference between the person of Jesus and the principles of Jesus. You see, the person of Jesus gives you peace and guarantees your eternity, but the person of Jesus does not prosper you. You don't prosper because you are born again. The Bible never promised that.
The Bible says, above all things, I wish that you prosper.
I wish. It's a wish. But how do you now become prosperous? You know, the Bible says, I gave you power to become. It doesn't give you wealth. I gave you power to become. If you don't use the power, you'll be a powerful poor man. It's there. It's lack of understanding. So there is the principles of Jesus. So the principles of Jesus is the principles that govern everything on this part of eternity. And if you are going to become successful in any area of life, you need to understand the principles that govern that area and apply those principles. And the devil did not create those principles. So they are called the principles of Jesus. Now, what has happened is, as a church, we embrace the person, we reject the principles. That's why we are poor. The world embraces the principle and rejects the person. That's why they are rich. So we are poor on the way to heaven. They are rich on the way to hell. So what God wants us to have is embrace the principles and the person, so that we can be rich here on earth and be rich in eternity. And that's that combination. So even when you say supernatural, super plus natural, there's a natural component in that supernatural element. And it is when you put the two together that you become successful. And when I now studied the lives of rich and wealthy people, I realized that there was a common thread among all of them. Principles are universal. They have no respect of persons, they have no respect of places, they have no respect of title, they have no respect of personalities. Principles are universal. Anyone that understands the principles and practices them, it will work for them. So I saw that all the rich and wealthy people on earth, there were some things that were common to them. Number one, none of them was a salary earner. They were not working for people. So I knew that I had to exit salary. Number two, none of them had only one source of income. They had multiple streams of income. So I knew that was the way out. Number three, none of them was in any kind of business that does not include real estate. As a matter of fact, real estate was what they all used to retain their wealth. So I realized that real estate is very powerful. So these are some of the things I learned, and they now form the basis of the first book that I wrote on the pathway to wealth, how to be a millionaire, to teach people this biblical economics, because I'm talking 97, 98. By 2001, my story has changed in 3 years. What I could not achieve for like 30 years, I achieved in 3 years because I now have the right understanding. And that's the way it works. Once you know better, you do better. You realize that most of what you call a mystery is because you don't know.
So that means that book that gave you the turning points.
What do you mean?
I mean, the book that you wrote.
No, the book I wrote was me documenting what changed my own life.
What changed your own life.
So that people can now see it, practice it, and then they are
okay, but the major breakthrough come for you at what point? As in, what gave you the particular breakthrough when your life changed?
So it depends on what you mean by breakthrough. Breakthrough to me is not
financial breakthrough.
Yeah, you see, because the financial breakthrough only came because I had broken through inside. You see, like, I don't know if we got there the last time. You see, you have to become it to attract it.
Okay.
So let me take you on a very short crash course. Poverty is 5 levels. Poverty is a spirit. Poverty is a mindset. Poverty is an attitude. Poverty is an habit. Poverty is a lifestyle. So when you see someone in a state of poverty, or you see someone in a level of poverty, you say, this person is poor. If that person comes to a religious person, a pastor, a church to help him, the first thing they will do is makoraba. Let's deal with every spirit of poverty. Go. Every spirit of poverty. I see. If you deal with the spirit of poverty, because you saw somebody in a state of poverty, you have dealt with the spirit, but it does not change the state of that person. Why? Because the spirit of poverty is not omnipresent. It's not everywhere at the same time. So the spirit of poverty works through the same laws and principles. So what the spirit of poverty does is that they will install a software into every individual, and they will program the software with knowledge, attitude, habit, and lifestyle that the person will be programming and following. So once the spirit of poverty has programmed that person, the spirit of poverty is gone. So what keeps many people poor is not a spirit, it's a mindset. That mindset of poverty has been programmed with poverty attracting beliefs, poverty attracting mindset or actions or habits, and poverty attracting lifestyle. So even though you have prayed for the person to deal with the spirit, the person will still be poor, because what is producing the poverty is now a mindset. And ignorance is not a demon. You can't cast it out. So it has nothing to do with demon. That is why I look at it now. Colonial masters have left us for over 60 years. We're still in problem. Because the mindset is that the colonial mindset is still there. Our leaders are still going to IMF, they're still going to one bank, they're still looking up to the world. Because even though you have been told you have independence, it is dependent independence. It is an independence that releases you physically but holds you down mentally. So when you are asking when did I break through, I broke through in 1998 when my money was still the same. Breakthrough happened on this side. You have to become wealthy to attract wealth. You have to become rich to attract riches. So I became rich in 1998. It began to manifest in 2001. Are you saying now? So if I lose every money I have now, I'm not a poor man. Because I have become rich. I know what to do to attract it. So that is what happened to me. And that's what should happen to everybody. I don't know, if I give you 10 million now, if you are not 10 million inside, that 10 million will reduce to whatever you are inside. So your riches is actually who you have become. You have to be before you do, before you have. People are always thinking, what must I do? It's not what you must do. Who must I become?
Wow.
You must become the kind of person that can be entrusted with the kind of money you are looking for. That's the way it works.
Wow. This is spectacular. So guys, if you're enjoying this thing, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. So sir, Now, the book of Ecclesiastes talked about the fact that that riches not to the man of wisdom and things like that, and that he talked about. So, is it about what determines success generally? Is it hard work? Is it mindset? Or is it destiny? Does God create people and destine you that you have to achieve wealth, whichever way it is? Or is it mindset? Because the Ecclesiastes said that it's not by men of power, it's not by men of wisdom, it's not by power, it's not by things like that. It's just time and chance that happens to everyone.
Okay, so
what determines
chapter 9, verse 11, the race is
not to the swift. That is it.
Neither battle to the strong, neither riches to the wise, nor bread for men of understanding. But time and chance happens to them all.
Good.
So now it lists a lot of things there. Swift, strong, wise, understanding. Now, because many times when you read the Bible, if you don't take time to ask the Holy Spirit to give you interpretation and understanding, you may go into error. Now, it is now not saying that you should not be swift.
Okay.
It is not saying you should not be wise. It is not saying you should not be strong. It is not saying you should not have understanding. But it is saying don't rely on that. Don't rely on your swiftness. Don't rely on your strength. Don't rely on your understanding. Don't rely on your wisdom. Because if you have all these things and you don't know how to maximize opportunity, time is equal for everybody, 24 hours. But within time, there are chances, opportunities. So he's saying that if you don't know how to maximize opportunities, using all those things that you have to maximize the opportunities that are available within the time that you have, you will not amount to anything. Someone that does not have strength, someone that is not swift, someone that is not wise, someone that lacks understanding, if they are able to maximize opportunity, they will do better than you. So what he's trying to help you understand is the importance of maximizing opportunities within the life cycle of the opportunity. So I need to educate people now about opportunities. See, opportunities are steps. Opportunities are ladders. Opportunities are lifts. Opportunities are doors that takes you from one dimension to the other. Life is all about opportunity. We have heard it said over and over again, success is opportunity plus preparation collaborating together. When you see a successful man, it's because opportunity met with preparation. So it is better to be prepared, waiting for opportunities, than for opportunity to come and meet you unprepared. So there is nothing called luck. Nobody is lucky. Most of what you are calling luck is opportunity plus preparation. Many times, because people don't know how to articulate what produced the result that they have, they say things like, it's the grace of God. Because they could not explain it. What brought them to where they are. Because many times we see the fruit, but we don't know the seed that produced the fruit. But it is when people are able to tell you the seed that produced the fruit that you can now duplicate the fruit. Because success leaves clues. But if you don't know the clues, you will not be able to replicate the success. But if you know what people did and you did what they did, anybody can, just by repetition, just by copy what people do, you become like them. It's simple like that. So when it comes to this issue of opportunity, I remember I was speaking at an event years ago. I don't know where, but the person said, no, what of the people that play lottery? Some people are just lucky. They just go for reality show and they just blow. I say there's nothing like that. It's because people lack understanding. Any man, any woman in this world that has become successful in any aspect of life has not become successful by luck. There's nothing like that. They became successful because they activated the principles and the laws of success consciously or unconsciously. So they may not be conscious of what they have done. But if you sit down to study every success story, you will see loss there. So let's take the lottery, for instance. You say somebody that plays lottery is lucky. In what way is he lucky? Was he the only one that heard the announcement? Many people heard the announcement to come and play lottery. He went, you didn't go. That's his faith. He believed in it. That's faith. That's the principle. When you go for lottery now free, no be ticket that they buy. You carry money, buy ticket. That is capital. That's a seed. That's the principle. You know buy. You say lucky. Is it the first time that he played the lottery that he won? No, he kept buying. That's persistence. That's the principle.
And
is it the day that he bought the ticket that they did the draw? No, he waited until the day of the raffle draw, or the day of the something. That's his patience. That's a law. You told him, hey, don't do all this lottery. They will chop and say, I don't go agree, I go do. That's what? That's a fighting spirit.
That's determination.
That's a law. So even though those laws are applied in the wrong direction, he succeeded not because he's lucky. He applied laws. It's like an armed robber. An armed robbery, not be small job. The principle of armed robbery is entrepreneurship.
It's true.
Entrepreneurship. To be an armed robber, you can go sit down
and successfully
choose a target, decide how do we meet them, what do we do, what if this one. That is entrepreneurship.
Yes.
That is board meeting. To do armed robbery and kidnapping. That's entrepreneurship.
Yes.
But in the wrong direction.
In the wrong direction.
So if they can just carry that same laws and put it in the positive direction, they will be successful. So there's nothing called luck. There's nothing like that. So most of what you are is because many times nobody is teaching us and breaking this thing down. You know, people are not ready to sit down to learn. That's why they are where they are. So once you understand, you realize that anybody that is successful is not because like he just became lucky. You know, no. Time and chance happens to them all. Whether you are wise or you are strong, all of them, everybody at equal time. The same 24 hours you have is the same 24 hours I have. How come you're saying, how do you do all these things that you do? Now, because I manage my own time. It's the same time. I don't have 25 hours. Nobody has 25 hours. Nobody has 23 hours.
It's true.
So you cannot say he has more time. Nobody has more time. You create time for what is important to you. You say he has more chances. No. Because like I said, so opportunities, once you have that understanding, and I want to really spend time on these opportunities because I see that it's a major issue that many people don't understand. And I've written a book on this. All these things, I get a book. Let them go to Olumide You see books on opportunity, books on creating your success. All these things, I've written books. So once I get an understanding, I put it in a book so that it could be there for people to learn. Go to my YouTube channel, you see all these things there. So now listen, I told you, I said opportunities are what? Ladders.
Yeah.
Steps. Lifts, doors. Look at it. When you want to climb from ground floor to upper floor and you put a ladder on the wall, for you to climb from ground floor to upper floor, you need both your hands and your leg because you are using the ladder.
True.
So there are opportunities that come in your life that will still require you to put in a lot of effort
to go
up, even though it's an opportunity. Because the person who don't get ladder is worse than you. They'll be trying to jump. You can't jump beyond your... But that ladder is... But you still have to, because if you fall, you are down.
Yes.
So there are opportunities like that. The fact that it is an opportunity does not mean it's for lazy people. The fact that it's opportunity does not mean you should be inactive, doing nothing. Say, I'm just waiting for my opportunity. It doesn't work like that. There are some opportunities you have to grab with your hand. I don't know how old you are, but in those days in Lagos, when we were still young, we used to enter Molwe. Because I know you people are doing BRT now, so you don't understand Molwe. Molwe. In the days of Molwe, there is no bus stop. You see, when you are inside the Molwe, to come down, you have to have a strategy. Because if you say you want to wait to bus stop to come down, they will mob you. So you come down before the bus will stop, and you'll be running along with the bus to stabilize yourself. Then if you want to enter, you have to be watching. All you need is one leg and one hand. You don't need your whole body. So you just be looking. Once your leg don't enter, you put your hand, that's it. Your body will enter later. That is where some opportunities are. You grab it with hand and leg.
Yes.
Because it may not come again. Not all opportunities are. There are daily opportunities, weekly opportunity, monthly opportunity, yearly opportunity, seasonal opportunity, and there are once in a lifetime opportunity.
It's unending.
Now, the second one, opportunities are steps. To climb a step, you don't need your hand. It depends on the kind of step. So you can actually be on your phone and you are still climbing. So there are some opportunities that when they come, you just need to do some things. You can still be doing other things. That opportunity will still be working. But there are some opportunities that are like lift. You don't even need to do anything. Just press button, just stay there. Stay on it. That's just fine. So those are the ones that when people now say, how did you do it? You say, it's God. He says, because even you yourself,
you cannot explain
it. Say this one. If they say qualification, I don't qualify. If they say you know somebody, it's just God. Because sometimes people can just sit down. I was still discussing this same situation with someone on my last trip to Ghana, and the only reason why that person got that job was because they have decided that it seems as if everybody here is a man, and everybody that has occupied this position is a man. That this one is a woman that we want. So the board has decided that it is a woman that will occupy the position. When they did the interview, this person was number 36.
Wow.
But she got the job because the 35 people that were better than her were men. She was the first among women.
Can you imagine?
So she was number 36, but she got the job. So she too know say, na third class he get to. He too know say no get brave for that job. You know. So why you don't go church, go give testimony?
And it's true.
She went to give testimony. So when you now hear that kind of testimony, you will now think that God promotes riffraff. No. Those are special. That's the one they call, I'm the one. You have shown me mercy. It is lift. When God lifts you, he says he raises the poor from the dust. And those are the supernatural dimension that. But you see that lift one, nobody can help you. It's only God. You can't. There's no permutation and combination. It's God that knows how to position you to be in the right place at the right time. And that's what the favor of God is all about. Then I go to the next dimension. Opportunities are like doors. But we have three major kinds of doors. Number one, we have a door that you have to use key and use your handle and push or pull.
Yes.
So some opportunities like that, there are doors, but you still need to apply some wisdom, some principle. You still need to put in little energy. You need to push or pull. That's one kind of door. But there's another kind of door. It's called automatic door. You don't need to do anything. No, nothing. Just show up.
Just show up. It's all open.
It's like lift again. You just see that sometimes it's not that you just meet some people and before you know your life just changed.
True.
Everybody applied, you applied, and you got there. They say this job, we only want to interview you here, and then you get to the job. 3 months later, the person that was in the next position resigned. Then I say, since you have been doing the job, can you try acting? Before you know you are acting, so they are sending you to London for training. Like play, you don't get passport.
Just like that.
You don't go, you don't come back, they don't give you car. Within 7 months, a poor man that was asking for 5,000 last year. In 7 months, you don't get house, you don't get car, you don't go London, don't return. They say, hey! Don't they use something? I was doing Insta Live with one of the major frontline guys on the social media, the pastor. This guy, I did Insta Live with him a few weeks ago. He said, sir, as at early last year, I was begging for rent.
Wow.
That was in 15 months. It became a global phenomenon. But this guy has been in the wilderness for like 17 years. Do you understand now? When his mates were going, God said, sit down in Ife. He sat down in the village. For 7 years, all the people who trained, they are doing well. God said, sit down here. So many times, there are 7,000 that are on the reserve bench waiting to be manifested. But people don't understand it. So that's the way this opportunity thing works. So opportunities come within the life cycle of time. And time is in hours, in minutes, in seconds, in days, in weeks. So that scripture is loaded, though. That scripture is loaded.
Now, as you talked about the fact that people apply some principles in the wrong direction. Some people may talk about, and that's why they should continue on their betting, because some people like betting every day. They go play bet night, all those betting platforms. What do you have to say about that? Do you encourage for people to continue?
Okay, so one thing I want to ask is this: show me one person, in the whole world that is betting is his life. That's what he does. That's his career. When you say, what do you do for this? I'm a bettor. I'm a gambler. That gambling is his life, and he was able to do it successfully and became a successful billionaire that his name entered Forbes book of record. He now has children. He now handed over the business to his children. The children too now took it. So anything that is not sustainable, you already know that you're just wasting away your life. We have stories upon stories of people that have done lottery, done gambling. It doesn't end well. Do you understand now? And you will know, you see, you can't game the system. These things are all algorithms. The people that are planning to say you should come and make money, they are already programmed how much they're going to do. So if we do the software now, and say, okay, software, for every 10 million, we'll give away 500,000. So it means that by the time somebody is winning 500,000, the company has made 10 million. If that's the algorithm. If they say if they say, okay, we'll give 10% of everything that we make. That means they will program it in such a way that once they make 10 million, they will give away 1 million. Somebody can win 200. So it is those 30% that people are winning that is making people to join, that is making the thing to continue. So you find out that everyone that owns the platform is a billionaire. Go and do your research. All those betting platforms, the owners are billionaires. The people playing, nobody has ever made it. It's a game. Your life, you have submitted your life to become a pawn in the hands of capitalism. And because of poverty and covetousness, it thrives more where there is financial ignorance.
And that's true.
More,
That's true.
Now, if you notice, please go and do your research. When you live here now, go to Ikoyi, go to Banana Island, see if you see any betting shop there. No, go to Ikoyi, go to Banana Island, go to VI, go to the places where rich people are. See whether when you go to Agege, Akonjo, Baja, Songo, Bariga, you see that they go to where poor people are because they are selling an illusion to you. And you will be thinking, go up. Before you know it, 15 years later, you are still the same place.
So we just say, well, just for me to survive at the meantime.
So that's what you want to do.
So now, the country has become the way it is. Like, you've always been saying that the country is going to get worse and things like that. So as the country has become like this and people suffering left, right, and center, poverty left, right, and center, what's the best way for people or individuals to become recession-proof in this kind of our economy?
You see, I was listening to my younger brother, my kid brother. He said to me, he's producing Gary Jebu, so he sent me a write-up that should help him push the Gary. So I'm pushing again, making I buy my brother Gary. So now, boy, you see, he did something that was very amazing. I was telling my wife, I said, this thing what my brother do, I go carry out. He said that water pass Gary. Water pass Gary. Everybody now knows that water pass Gary. And he said that in order for you to now succeed, like me, I always say, he's now saying it this way, that is either you will have to reduce the water. But he said we have reduced everything, including our self-esteem. He said the other option is to increase your Gary. So reduce water means reduce your income. Increase Gary means increase your income. I love that analogy of water pass Gary that is very bad. And that's the way. You see, many times, people are looking for a new revelation. Something, there is nothing new under the sun. There is nothing you are going through now that people have not gone through before. Inside Bible, people were so poor that they were killing their children to eat. So when people are talking things about what do I do, it's the same thing we have been saying that we said you are just looking for someone to lie to you. Any economy in this world, no matter how bad it is, those are the two answers. Reduce your expenditure, increase your income. That's all. There's no new revelation anywhere. Except you are not ready to listen to the truth. You are looking for one magician to give you one fake news. It is the same way. Reduce your expenditure, increase your income. Look, I was on a program a few weeks ago, and somebody called into the program on the TV station and said, everything that Dr. Emmanuel is saying, I agree, but he cannot work in Nigeria. And he was talking to Dr. Emmanuel that lives in Nigeria. So if he cannot work in Nigeria, how did he work for you? You see, that is so. Now, on that table, I have one of my mentees on that same table that 4 years ago was poor, that now our business is doing billions. Somebody I've mentored in less than 3 years, they are doing turnover of billions in this same Nigeria. So I told her, I said, look, I am here in Nigeria. This person is a testimony that what I'm saying is working in Nigeria. Yet to say it cannot work in Nigeria. But you know what that made? When I left there, I was now thinking when I was in the car, say, now wow, this world though. Because in 2020, somebody called me from London during lockdown and said, I've been following you this lockdown period. That in fact, I used to come to your program in 1998, 99 at the National Stadium. That singles program I was talking about. So, but now I'm in London. You see, everything you are saying is so powerful. So, but the problem is you cannot work in London. You cannot work in London. So I told him, I said, it works anywhere. That same person. I went to London in 2002 because COVID, they were doing. So in 2002, I went to London. And he traveled down to meet with me. I sat him down, told him what to do. As I'm talking to you right now, this is 2024. In less than 3 years, he has produced over £3 million.
Wow.
The person will say, if you work for London, it is now working for you. They are now telling him that he has joined Juju. That since he joined Olumide Emmanuel, they don't know these people. They don't indoctrinate him. They don't do why are you doing it? But it's just knowledge that people don't have. So listen and listen well. Principles are universal. They are universal. But the problem is the application of those principles are personal, contextual, and geographical. So a lot of people, they say, this motivational speaker, aspire to. It's not like that. It's because I read the book, it didn't work. I listened to all these things that say it doesn't work. It's your pessimism. Your pessimism is now what is keeping you where you are, because you will not see what you are supposed to see because you are blind by your mindset. So principles are universal, but the application of those principles are personal, contextual, and geographical. So let's go. 2 people got married on the same day. They started having sex with their husband same day. 1 year later, one don't born pikin. 11 years later, the other one never born. Is sex wrong? Are you saying now? So that you are not pregnant after 11 years of marriage doesn't mean I say forget it. All this thing, they are just deceiving us. Sex does not work. Forget it. Sex does not produce children. There are something they are doing, they are not telling us. No. Sex is the way. There is no sex with your spouse. But now there is something you don't know that is stopping you. So you may have an health issue. Your husband may have an health issue. Or you may be having sex in the wrong time. I said, so now, but to say sex is wrong because you didn't produce results, you are wrong, sir. So principles are universal, but the application is personal. So if you don't know how to apply that principle to your personal life, it may not work for you. Not because the principle is wrong, but because something is wrong with your personality. It's your personal problem, not the principle problem. Yes, Anna, it's personal. Number 2, it is contextual. There is a context within which it can work. For instance, now, there is war in Ukraine. There is war in Palestine. Even if we say real estate is so powerful, it doesn't mean you should not go and buy a plot of land in Ukraine now, so you get real estate. Now, doesn't mean real estate is bad. No, within the context of war. No, the Ukraine, you go. Yes. So, to now say, forget it, all this real estate thing, I bought land in Ukraine, it didn't work, they are deceiving us. No, sir, it is where you bought. And the season you bought. And the context within which you bought. That's it.
True.
And then principles are universal. The application are personal, contextual, and geographical. Geography matters. If you don't understand the geography, so as we did here now, people are saying Nigeria is not safe. They are killing people. I can't come to that country. Security. We're in America, and I keep asking all of them. I say people are just deceiving yourself. As we were in America, they were telling us there was a shooting that took place in August. They were saying that is the 35th shooting in 1 year. When they shoot, they will just enter school, begin shoot. You don't hear say they enter school, shoot anybody for Nigeria. But they are still in America, deceiving themselves that America is safer than Nigeria. Why? Because maybe they heard that there's Boko Haram in one place. We are in Lagos. You don't see gun before for Lagos. They don't shoot you before for Lagos. I've been in Lagos for over 50 years. Nobody has ever brought gun to do like this, except police at the bus stop just holding gun. So, but we are safe. But they believe that, hey! So geography. I was still watching online yesterday, a doctor that has been in America for 25 years has relocated back to Nigeria with his family.
And they believe it's not all part of Nigeria that is safe. Like some other parts, we cannot go there.
It's the same thing that happen for their place. Don't let them deceive you. Village day America, poor people, wretched homeless people, full America, full London. When they push carts, drug addicts, homeless, and full America, full everywhere. But they are now selling a narrative that you now begin to look down and say, that's why many of our people have gone now. They are suffering there. Refugee in another man's land.
But terrorism can be dealt with now. Terrorism is already disturbing us currently in the
Terrorism
country.
Is in America forever. They never stop them.
Terrorism,
forever.
They approve gun for them. It's different from Nigeria that is suffering from terrorists.
We can't approve gun here. Don't try that. We never read that. If we approve gun here, we'll go do. You'll provoke. Keep down for driver.
What do you
So that's what people should do.
Okay.
No matter how terrible you think it is, just look, sit down, think, what else can I cut? I know we have cut, but you have to keep cutting. That's the way it works, because you know rich. What's in no rich? What's in no
cut, you no seafood chop. You don't even get to chop, so where they cut from?
Listen, let me see. Sincerely, I'm a realist. I've been to prison to visit people in prison. Do you know the food they eat in prison? Some of them is once a day, watery beans with Gary, and they are alive. Some of them have been there for 10 years and they are okay. Look, it's many things have been programmed to say, you need to have 3 square meals. Is 3 a square or a triangle? Many of these things we believe, look, with 1 meal a day, you are good. It's programming. If you eat 1 good meal every day, you are okay. So just reduce, every day we eat once a day and everybody moves on with their life. You will not die. We have done 14 days fasting. We have done 21 days. It's not a mystery like that. It doesn't mean that's the kind of life you should be living.
We work towards
But when you are in
changing
an exceptional situation, tough times never last. Tough people do. You have to just face the reality. You know, you go kill yourself. You know, where there is life, there is hope. So no condition is permanent. So it's not that we are not realistic and this we are not. They are just talking it. We know we have been there in this same Lagos. This place where you do. So I don't waka from Ajawa Estate reach here not less than 3-4 times. Waka with no transport. So I'm not talking from Ikotu reach here. I don't waka uncountable times. That will be coming with joy, going to church, trekking. I could have said, hey, all this church, it doesn't work. If God is a good God, why am I trekking for 3 hours? But it is a process. So those things are the things that God is watching. Those are the things that make you, those are the becoming that can say that we can trust this one. So many times we are not ready to pay the price. If you jump up, you will come down. But if you grow up, you will stay up. If you get crash, you crash land.
Yeah. What do you consider the fastest route to wealth creation? The fastest lane to wealth?
Knowledge. If you know better, you do better. So when you have knowledge, you can see money where others don't see money. I have a bias for real estate, but even in real estate, you can fail if you don't have the right kind of knowledge. So I would say the fastest route to wealth is knowledge, financial intelligence. Because once you have financial intelligence, you keep growing. As you keep growing, no matter the evolution in the world, your knowledge will be able to decipher it and break it down to actionable plan. So the greatest thing is knowledge. Once you have knowledge, you can always wangle your way out in any. So focus on knowledge, focus on financial intelligence, financial education. Once you have that and you continue to grow, you just realize that no matter what, anywhere you find yourself, as I'm here now, I'm learning every day. I've been to different areas, and this year now, I went to Australia for the first time this year. And that now completes the continent of the world for me. And because I was going there for the first time, I was asking a lot of questions because I have practiced this thing in every continent. Now Australia remain. So I wanted to be sure that even there, and it's the same thing everywhere in the world. So I'm confident of what I'm talking about. And I was there a few months ago. Between then and now, the stories of transformation that has come from people that have practiced few things in few months, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So that's the way it works.
Now, I want us to break down on relationship, marriage, and finance. Now, you were talking about earlier when you were talking about without money, marriage can. So, can a marriage truly survive without financial compatibility? Even if there is love, there is spiritual connections. As Christians, they say you should love one another and you love your partner, and as in spiritual connection is there, everything. But maybe the finance is struggling there. Can that marriage truly survive?
Oh, yes, it can if they have the right support system. Many times, a lot of people don't have the right support system. You see, every one of us, we are all product of our environment, product of our association, product of our upbringing, and product of the knowledge that we are exposed to. So if you are in a relationship, you love the person loves you, you are committed to each other, but you are not financially empowered or financially compatible. When you are the right kind of support system, that knowledge that is missing, mentorship can bring it. Other people can. That money that is missing, that connection that is missing, other people can bring it. The problem is that most of the time, they don't know. They don't know that they don't know. They don't want to know. People are not humble enough to seek help. And even if they want to seek help, they don't seek help early. Seeking help is one. Seeking help early is another. Medical science and medical doctors and medical practitioners will tell you that there is no sickness on earth that cannot be cured if detected early, including cancer. Early detection is a security for cure. But when you discover it late, no medical science can help you. So most of the time when you realize that there is no compatibility in our financial values, don't wait until there is crisis. Quickly seek help and let them support you with knowledge and information that will guide you. Because I've said it over and over again. For me, life is lived forward but understood backwards. I can tell you, looking back, I've written a lot of books. I have a book called New Rules of Love. I have a book of Love is Not. I've written so many books on it because these are things I've studied on a global scale. The number one reason for many of the marital problems that we have is ineffective courtship.
Ineffective courtship.
Yeah.
Break it down.
People did not court. You see, boy meets girl, girl meets boy, boy loves girl, girl loves boy, boy toast girl, girl accept proposal, and they begin to plan wedding. A lot of people have wedding planner. They don't have marriage counselors. They will get wedding planner. Which cloth? They don't have a marriage counselor. You are paying your wedding planner, but you are not ready to pay a marital counselor or a coach to teach you about marriage. That's the problem. So they prepare for wedding, but only few people prepare for marriage. Wedding is for a day, marriage is for a lifetime. So if you have effective courtship and you court, there are many people that go through our courtship class here. By the time they come for first lecture, the first lecture is they will fill form, and then we give them what we call the common sense test. It's 101 questions. So we give the man, we give the woman, they go fill the form. We will now collect the form from the man and the woman and give it to the other person. Say, read waiting, talk, read waiting. Now there the relationship they end. Now there the relationship they end. Okay, what? You didn't tell me this. I didn't know this. But they have been cutting before they came home. They have been cutting, but they have not discussed the real matter. They are going to watch movie. They chop popcorn. They take ice cream. Yeah. Your life will soon become ice.
No, many people argue. Many people argue that marriages are failing due to financial incompatibility. Now, do you think that a guy that doesn't have money, that is, especially in this our economy now, guys, once you get married, but the money is not there, should you go and get married when the money is not there?
Marry your size. That's the problem. Marry your size. You see, the problem is there are a lot of women today in this world that if you give them 20,000, they will work a miracle for 1 month. I'm telling you, as bad as you say Nigeria rich, give them 20K, they work a miracle for 1 month. But there are some women, give them 2 million, you go, they insult you, they curse you. Say, useless man, now they don't the 2 million. So marry your size. Many times, a lot of us are not facing reality. You will be young man, you they work, you they earn 70K. Now person when they fix eyelashes, you won't marry. You they fix nail, you they wear weave on. You know they say that will not be your market. Now you carry your hand, go carry trouble. That is a knife, not a wife. She will knife your destiny because you think just look the babe. See nail, he extend nail. Do you know how much they fix nail? Begin use your brain. This is the common sense. Use your brain now. Check the nail, check the eyelashes, check the weave on, check in wristwatch, check in cloth. Check, just looking, but the looking say this kind of one maintenance alone, your 70,000 will go handle. So you are the one going to look. You are poo your size, according to one of my guys. The poo of a chicken and the poo of an elephant is not the same. So you have to poo your size. So many times, all those things long truths. What you know concern now you go put. There are a lot of well-cultured home girl that you are earning 70, she's earning 30 to get that 100. Now not go spend 70. Now go see save money. Because you go to your level. That is the problem. So, like I said, ineffective courtship is a major issue because many things are supposed to have been settled before you now marry. But most of the time, it is when people are now married, they now want to begin to discuss the real issue. By that time, it will become a crisis point. So, money is very important. Don't underplay money.
But people say you should marry up rather than going down. You should marry up.
Who will be the up? Who will be the down?
That is the man should look for someone at least well-to-do that he can become.
So, are you looking for a wife or a sponsor? But because this is we are just a bunch of hypocrites, hypocrisy and liars. Everybody just deceive everybody. If you are true to yourself, this life is very easy. Life no get wahala. Now woman being they cause wahala for themselves. You see, you are looking for a rich woman. Listen, that a girl is from a rich family does not mean she's rich. That a boy is from a rich family does not mean she's rich. Our money and my money are two different. Now, in Papa get money, no be him. To now say you want this, like say, yeah, that woman is wealth is not sexually transmitted. Being married to a rich man doesn't make you a rich woman. It gives you access to riches. Do you understand that? So you have to become it to understand the way this thing works. So if you say you want to go and marry again because you think she has money, who is the owner of the money? Is she the owner or the parents? So you will now enter there, they now make you as one of their property. You now diverse, say they don't respect you. When you don't carry yourself, go enter. So let us live life. Life is in phases, men are in sizes. The road to the top is at the bottom. Where you are today, your present state is not your final status. It's a process. Be humble, be patient. You have enough time to get to where you need to get to. One life is all you have, and if you live it well, one life is enough.
But as a woman, you can look up when you want to marry.
You see, all those things. Look at where it all lead us now. If you are a woman, you are looking up to who? To man or to God. That's why a lot of women are in abusive relationship now. Because the man acquired them like a property. And they bring them in like furniture. So the man will keep them at home and have side chick and become a side cock. The man will drop them, they will born picking, the man will be abusing them because you are looking up. A lot of African women are not empowered because they are looking up to man instead of looking up to God and looking up to their destiny. So they end up in the hands of abusers that will now abuse them. Do you know that a lot of women are in their husband's house today? Not because they want to be there, they have no option. If they leave the man now, they don't get money to rent house. They can't feed the 2 children by themselves. So they are just there facing abuse and suffering from useless men because they don't have money. So don't look up to man, look up to God. When you come into a marriage, come with something to offer. Not all this, what are you bringing to the I am the table. Table of 2 legs or 3 leg table. If you be table your destiny now. So many of these things we need to balance. I did a series last year, The New Rules of Love, part 1 to 35. It's on my YouTube channel. To help people understand that the game is the same, but the rules have changed. Many of all these things that we are spreading, they are not true anymore. What your mama and grandmother told you is no more true. In those days, they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach because your grandmother's kitchen was the only source of food. Today, the best cook are men. Many women cannot even cook. They enter kitchen, they are nails, they can't even cut onion. And this food is not good. I don't know what's wrong with this gas. They are fighting gas, fighting pot. Now that one you want to say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. No, the way to a man's heart is not through his stomach because there are many restaurants that you can order for anything, apps to order food that will deliver any kind of subonubu, where they have fun, salad, white soup, they go deliver. So it's not that anymore. If you want to talk to your husband, wake him in the middle of the night. If you wake a man, the person will just return 11:30 midnight or 12 midnight. We go soon go office by 4. You will come to wake up on me. I want to talk to you. May God help you. Trouble. So there are a lot of rules that have changed. That is why you now see that a lot of men have defined themselves only based on their financial capacity and bedroom capacity. So when a man does not have money, he feels inferior. When a man cannot perform in the bedroom, he feels inferior. Why? Because he has defined his manhood based on those 2 things. So the problem is now that because you have defined manhood based on ability to provide and ability to perform, you have not understood manhood. By the time they now relocate, that's why they are now having problem abroad.
But isn't that what it's supposed to be, ability to provide?
No, that's not. Provide what? That's the issue.
To be able to provide for the home, provide for the family,
what?
Provide everything, finance, security.
Show me the Bible that says you should provide money. Show me the verse of scripture. You see, it's our mindset. Your primary assignment as a man is to provide leadership. Yeah, provide leadership. When you provide leadership, that's your leadership that you are providing, that vision. Okay, let's go down. Who is a father? Who is a husband? A husband is an husband. The word husband is the same word where we get animal husbandry. So husbandry, you see a farm, you plant, you water it, you cultivate it, it produces. That's who a husband is. You are the one to put all the resources. So when you marry a wife, anything she's bringing, anything you are bringing, we sit down together as one family. Then as a leader, I offer leadership to cultivate and put all those things together for the maximum use of that family. So it is our family. So any money that is coming, there's nothing like my money, your money. Is our money, our family income. That's it. When you say father, who is a father? A father is a source and a sustainer. So when you become a father, you are the source of that child. You now sustain the child. So you provide vision. You provide the resources. So it's not that you won't provide money, but that's not the primary. So the ability to provide or not provide is not what makes you a man or your husband. It's not. Those are the teachings that we have.
Problem.
That is the teaching that has put us in trouble. That's the way all of us were brought up. So when the man is saying you have to take care of a family, hey, you have to be able to cook for your husband. So we now have a lot of cook that are useless. All they can do is cook and have sex. And I say that if that's what you are bringing to it, so you now have a wife that you know cerebral meat, cerebrally deficient. You have a wife you cannot gist with. You are talking of football, say, what is football? They don't understand. You are talking of sports, you are talking of government. This American election, say, where is America? No brain, nothing, no substance upstairs. All they have is to do bola. So the understanding we need to have is this: everybody should bring something to the table.
Is that the new rule of law?
Not the new rule. That's the rule. But we are now teaching people the way it's supposed to be. Because look, I'll give you an example. If you read your Bible, you know that one of the major controversies of the world is submit. Husband, love your wife, submit. That's the major controversy for many marriages. Before you ever get to submit or love, you see it up there. Submitting yourself one to another. It's there. They left that one. Submitting one to another, they left that one. They went to husband, love your wife, submit. Everybody should submit to everybody. It's there in the same Bible. There are superior arguments. You submit to wisdom, you submit to God, you submit to superior argument. So if there is a situation and my wife has superior argument, I will submit to her now. Because she has superior argument. It's not because I'm the man, I don't care what you say. That is African man. So that's what is causing trouble. So now imagine now that I'm a pastor now, great man of God. My wife is both a professional accountant. She's very good with technology. She's very creative in her thinking. She's very sensitive to nothing so I now want to do accounting. Instead of it to submit, she's not telling me, no. 2 times 2 is 4. She said, no, don't tell me that. I'm anointed. 2 times 2 is 6. You are talking rubbish.
But your direction is a bit different because you are talking about based on profession and based on knowledge. No. But there are other angles they're talking about the submission. Okay, one of the like an example of it is that if you come home now in the night and let's say you want to eat food. Okay. And then let's say your wife wants to prepare afang soup and you say no, you're not interested in afang soup. Okay. What you want to eat is rice. Okay. That solves the matter. That means she has to obey to do rice.
No. Where did you get that idea from? These are the problems. Let me ask you a question.
No, I like your analogy. Isn't that what she's supposed to submit to and then you guys discuss? That one is not on knowledge now. It's not based on she knows
you have brought yourself out now to the problem. That is this thing where you talk now. Now they kill all of you men. That's the problem. Now listen. Before you married her, were you not cooking? Were you not eating?
You not cooking, you were eating.
So why must you stop cooking and eating because you are married? Are you seeing the problem now? No, you are a single man. You get pot, you they eat, you they cook, you they do everything. You now marry. You now become expired. So I don't they cook again. It's the woman's job. Where did you see it? Who told you? And then you left home since morning. You came in the night. A woman is bringing up and saying that rice you want chop. Your brain no work since morning. Saying that rice you go chop. You did not sleep on the same bed. That means that marriage, you people are not friends. You don't have a marriage. You people are just, all these people are calling marriage. You are just a bunch of unserious people. They are not ready. Because how will you have a wife? And you cannot discuss every morning. We wake up, hey, my baby, how are you doing? We wake up and we will pray. So what's your plan today? What are we eating? That is marriage. You plan, you discuss together. Not that you will go in the morning, come in the night, and be throwing laws around. I don't want to eat afang, I want to eat rice. There is nothing wrong in wanting to eat rice. But a woman that has gone to cook afang for you shows you that she's already responsible. She wants you to eat. If you knew that was not good enough, and that's not what you want, you will have communicated to say, babe, now rice I go one chop or waiting deal. That is what we are talking about. So that means that marriage does not have friendship. That marriage does not have communication. But instead of facing lack of friendship and communication, you now say you don't respect me, I'm your husband. No. There will have been no need for that if there is communication and friendship. So we are trying to bring people to the way it's supposed to be. Many of the things people are fighting over, you are not ready to face the real reality.
So that means
because before you marry, you know they cook, you know they wash clothes for yourself. When you never see woman, when you not washing, when you not ironing, why will you now marry and abandon everything? A woman is 7 months pregnant. Now she go see cook, now she go see fetch water. You are stretching like watching news and watching football. So that means let's stop all this irresponsible marriage.
So that means you believe in 50-50 responsibility,
no,
share
I don't
responsibility.
Believe in 50-50. I believe in 100-100.
Okay.
When you are getting married, you bring all of you. You are 100% committed to that marriage. Male and female, not 50-50. I don't believe. I believe in 100-100.
What we mean by 50-50 is that when it means that taking care of the house, there are some other areas that one person should take care of. The husband should take care of these parts. The wife should take care of this part. We share the bills.
There can never be 50-50. It doesn't work anywhere in the world. 50-50 will never work. Nobody can do anything 50-50.
That's where prenuptial agreements come.
Except you want to be saying maybe money 100,000, 50,000. In the responsibilities of life, there's no 50-50. It's 100-100. So your 100 may end up becoming 75. My 100 may end up becoming 25. Your 100 may be 90. My 100 may be 10. But don't ever look down on me because my 100 is 10. If I use money again, you have 1 million as your monthly income. I earn 100,000. The family income is how much? 1.1 million. You didn't bring more than me. You brought 100%, I brought 100%. Because if I also have 1 million, I would have brought my 1 million. So don't ever think, I brought 1 million. Is it that 100,000 you brought? You are wrong. I didn't bring 100,000. I brought 100%. When we begin to see things in the way it is, because if I'm the one that brought the 1 million, it is still 100%. If I don't have more than 100,000, I gave you all. That is what marriage is. Forsaking all other and cleaving unto thee alone. So it's 100. And once we begin to understand this concept and begin to learn, it will help us, because there are 3 kinds of marriages. Traditional marriages, contemporary marriages, kingdom marriage. Every problem in this world is because people have refused to do it kingdom way. They either follow tradition or they say, no, this is the contemporary way. And that's causing trouble for us. When you do it kingdom way, we'll never get it wrong.
Now, some people get married. There are people who talk about that when you get married, you should tell your wife maybe you don't want her to work. You just want to provide everything. Let her just be at home, take care of the kids, do everything that needs to be at home. But you will just do all the provision. Do you subscribe to that kind of?
There's nothing wrong now. Like I said, ineffective courtship. If, as I meet you now, before I marry you, we don't sit down. What are we talking about? This marriage, what's your vision of a marriage? What kind of family do you want? This is my idea. If we have agreed that is the way it should be, there's nothing wrong. It's an agreement. But not that say, I don't marry you, finish. I would say, okay, welcome, babe. Now you're my house, you're my wife, now I've paid your dowry. You're going to resign next week. No more work. That is an error. You are not a husband. You are a tyrant. You are not a husband. That's not husband. Then you are a terrorist. You are a deceiver. You are a fraud. We must sit down and agree. You cannot just... that's a human being, a full-blown human being with destiny. Before they met you, who are you? Because you marry somebody. These are the problem. We have raised a lot of, dysfunctional people because of all this incomplete knowledge that we have postulated. And sometimes, unfortunately, in our church, they cause the trouble. Unfortunately.
Now, there's a message you shared one certain time, and somebody came and was telling me of someone that got motivated with one of your messages that you shared about why it has to be from when you remove yourself from paid employment that you can be rich. So the person thought about it, they resigned from his job, decided to start his own business. The person was very good, earning lucrative money from his job, but started his own business and could not succeed with the business. What do you think is the problem? Do you think it's the person himself? He doesn't have knowledge because he was doing very well in his paid employment, but started his own business and could not build the business successfully. So he felt as he was deceived based on the message he heard. So what do you think happened?
Everybody cannot be an entrepreneur.
Okay, it's not everybody that can be an entrepreneur.
Oh, never. So he was not deceived, he was deceiving himself. Because what you need to understand is this. I wrote a book earlier this year, How to Create Wealth as a Career Person. And it will settle cases like those kind of people that are deceiving themselves. You see a lot of people going around now saying, I'm an entrepreneur, with complimentary card. Nothing. The whole year, they don't do 1 million. And they say they are CEO. CEO over what? Instead of to go and get a job and humble yourself and face life, and they can't take care of themselves, they're just wearing suit and tie, speaking big English, doing PowerPoint presentation, deceiving themselves. That is not life. There are 3 portals of wealth creation.
Okay.
We have what we call the investment portal, we have the entrepreneurship portal, and we have the career portal. So if you are going to become wealthy, you must play in any of these 3 portals. You are either an investor, an entrepreneur, or a career person. And for each of these 3 levels, there are laws that are general to the 3 of them, and there are laws and principles that are unique to each of them. So if you are a career person, you are an intrapreneur. You have what it takes to work along with other entrepreneurs that are doing things to make things work and earn. So if you are in that category, you cannot say you want to go and do entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a spirit. Entrepreneurship is a mindset. If you don't have it, you don't have it. So you can't say because you have money now.
You can't learn it.
You say you have money now. You now say, I want to start business. Capital is not the only thing required for money. Entrepreneurial spirit is the first thing you need. You cannot say because you have one good idea, you want to go and start business. Idea is not the only thing you need to start a business. And the fact that you have money or you have idea does not mean you must go into business. You can use your money to support somebody else's idea or give your idea to somebody else to run with. So like I've always said, we need to understand this. But so many of the people that are leaving career to go into business, they don't have what it takes to run a business. They are not entrepreneurs. They are career people. And you need to focus on your career. And to now know how to create what as a career person, then they should get down my book. I detail and itemize all these things. And next year, 2025, I'm hosting May 1st. I'm doing a whole day to really help people to do a career fair, to help people on this area. Now listen, once you have understanding of the way these things work, it will go a long way. There's a difference between technical skill and business skill.
Okay.
So when you are a career person, you are a technical person. It doesn't mean that you understand the business of your career or the business skill. So for instance, a fashion designer. A fashion designer can be the most powerful fashion designer in this world. That when you see the clothes they sew, like they say, but they will still be poor. Why? To succeed as a fashion designer, you need beyond just that technical skill. So the question is, how do you get customer? That's not a technical skill. That's a business skill. How do you price your job? That's not the technical skill. That's a business skill. How do you retain customer? That's a business skill. How do you get staff? How do you maintain the staff? How do you get office? How do you maintain? Those are not technical issues. They are business issues. So you might be a fashion designer. If you start a fashion business, don't be the CEO. Do you understand now? Employ a general manager, employ an MD to manage the business for you. Be inside the showroom, being the one sewing the clothes. But many of us, we want our name to be there. Nkechi Gallery, Jumoke Accessory. You won't put your name, you won't put your face because you are the one. I'm the engine room. You are the engine. Engine, they move without tire. Engine will be stuck on one spot. Do you understand now? So people need to understand that you achieve more when you don't care who gets the credit. So you will not let people be there. They will even have to say, who is the owner of this business? They say, madam, now you get her. They say, you are not the man. I say, I'm the one in charge. When they are going for business meeting, you are not there. When they are doing pitch in the boardroom, you are not there. When they are not, your own is to make sure that any design and everything. So that's it. You might be a caterer. You might be a very good cook. It doesn't mean you will run a restaurant and be successful. That is a business. You cannot succeed in business if you are not an entrepreneur. So that business aspect can be learned. Just now. So you can learn entrepreneurship. You can learn how to run businesses. But you cannot learn to become one. So it has to be in there because you cannot teach a man anything except to help him to discover it within himself. So that entrepreneurial spirit is something that individuals must discover within themselves. Because many times when people are going into business, they think that there's so much money. It's not true. It's not true. You will suffer. When you say, I don't want to work for anybody so that I can have time for myself. Far. You will be sleeping by 3 a.m. Your brain will be removing. Your brain will work. You wake up in the morning, you are tired. After 8 hours of sleep, you are tired. You say, but I just woke up. No, you didn't wake up. When your body was sleeping, your brain was not sleeping. Entrepreneurship, the engine, because the head is the headquarter. So your brain was still, that's the head office. Your brain was working. You will resume first. People, if you are an entrepreneur, there's no closing time.
True.
But when you are working for somebody, you can close. So all these people that are lazy people, I'm going to start my own business. Just they play. Your eye go clear.
But is it not something that someone can be learned? Someone can learn. Let's say you are very good in career and then you decide you want to go into entrepreneurship. Can't it be learned? If you say it's not everybody that can be entrepreneur. So now listen. Yes. You see, for you to say I want to go into entrepreneurship, yes,
and I want to learn, that's already entrepreneurial spirit. Are you seeing it now?
Okay.
It's already coming. That's say, I need to leave this place. I need to start something on my own. I need to go and learn. That is the entrepreneurial spirit already at work. Because many people don't have that. They just think about what I need that I can do. I bet, hey, get me shop. I want to open boutique. What do I do? I don't do. That's why they go there and face their shame. That's the way it goes. Okay,
now there's one thing when it comes to marriage and relationship too. Most people in this generation now, one of the major things people complain about is infidelity and all of that. What do you think is one of the major issues, or one of the major things that causes infidelity in marriage? Is it lack of love? Is it respect? Or is it money? What causes issues and infidelity?
It's not only, but it's lack of self-discipline.
Okay.
It's lack of self-discipline. It's not about marriage or whether you are single or married. When you don't have self-discipline, there is nothing. There are people that are married to people that have never married virgin. Nobody has ever been infidel to anybody, but they still went out because they were not disciplined. So it's lack of self-discipline. And let me help people to understand this. You see, in our teachings as we grow, many of us have not been well taught or wrongly taught, and that's a major problem. So let's go to the basics. What is your sexual organ?
Okay.
That's where the problem is. Your penis and the vagina is not the sexual organ, and that's the problem. Your mind is your sexual organ. So that's the major problem. Because you see, in therapy, when they say this person has sexual perversion, this person is a prostitute, this person, they can't do without sex, they are addicted. What we deal with, we don't touch their penis or their vagina. No, we deal with their mind. And the same person that they are saying is an addict will stop addiction because their mind has been worked on. So your mind is the sexual organ. So now, if as a man, you see a woman, the only way you will see the woman and have erection is because your eye took information, because your eyes and your ears are the windows to your heart and your mind. So what your ear is hearing and what your eye is seeing is where the information comes in for your mind to process. So if I see a lady and then she comes, she's voluptuous, front is heavy, back is heavy, everywhere do bang, bang, bang. My eyes say, oh, more, see this one. When my mind now says, hey, if I can just handle this one. By that thinking, that is where you now paint a picture. That's where lust comes from. You now paint a picture, you now naked them. Before you know it, your manhood will be rising. Now, the reason why your manhood is rising is not because of the manhood. It's your mind that has sent that information there.
Your manhood is just responding.
It's responding. So your mind is the problem. But now, the same you now say, you know, these women, they are naked, they don't wear bra, they are exposing their breasts. That is not the problem. Because if an old woman is naked, the woman has erection. So you see now, if an 80-year-old woman now, they bar for you now, you go say, oh, Mama, you do okay? Mama, okay, make them cover you, Mama. You go, nothing will rise. So question, what went wrong with your penis? It's because your mind told you there is nothing here. So don't be blaming man or woman. Work on your mind.
But so we are sexual human beings, of course.
And that's why we are saying, that's why you ask a question, I say self-discipline. Okay. Because you are a sexual human being, you now understand your sexuality. Okay. You know, there's a difference between sex education and sexuality education. Sex education is about sex and the intimate aspect of that. Sexuality is understanding you as a sex, male, female, so that you can understand. So when you have understanding of all these things, I know I'm a sexual being, so I already know when I see a woman that is not well dressed or opening breast, once I see, I move my neck. It's called the mystery of the neck. I don't say if I look too much, my eyes facing, my mind go process. I move my eyes, I move on with my life, I move on. Now, if you look here, there's trouble, you go here. If there's trouble here, you go here. If there's trouble everywhere, you lift up your eyes to heaven. If trouble there everywhere, close your eyes. I close my eyes. I worship. You close your eyes. That is why you have all this faculty to help your destiny. Or else you will end up in shame. So the problem is we are not ready to face. That's it's because she didn't give me. It's because the man doesn't love me. All those are nothing but excuses of failure. Once you are a responsible individual, male or female, self-control is the key. Wow. You know that they normally deceive us. Yes. And I've been saying this for years. All these men are cheats. Men are scam. Man cannot stay with it. It's a lie. All those things are satanic narrative. You understand now? I am a man. I don't sleep around. I have one wife. I know that I've never kissed any woman, say sex any woman. I'm not. And there are many men like me like that. We know ourselves, we gist, we talk. Only one woman, 25 years, 32 years. No, you are not. It's because many of you are taking the wrong narrative. You now make a man not able to. It's not easy. It is easy. It's because you are putting yourself in unnecessary trouble. You get problem with alcohol, you go beer parlor. You now say it's not easy. How you go easy when you see Sasebra? You see all kinds of evil in front of you. How you go easy? You say it's not. You know you have weakness of women. You down the go na breast, you watch pornography, you watch you say it's not easy. You are the one undoing yourself. Let's stop giving the devil the power he doesn't have. They say men sleep, men say that now. Are we not saying that as a woman? All the DNA they say that a man, no be woman, no be woman now that they go say 3 children, no be man get out. So we are now seeing that everybody cheats. It's not a man or woman thing. Everybody cheats. Men don't cheat more than women. Women don't cheat more than men. Everybody is a cheat. If you are a cheat, you are a cheat. If you are not a cheat, you are not a cheat. Because you say men are cheats. Who are they cheating with?
Men.
Who are they cheating with?
Women.
Is it not women? Do you know the funniest thing? A woman will leave her husband's house. Hey, I will never. He's my deal breaker. He broke my heart. He slept with my friend. He go divorce the husband. She will now go and be a side chick to a married man. Are you seeing the madness? Maybe you leave your husband because he sleeps with someone. Now you are now a side chick to a married man. The thing where you see, we are just a bunch of hypocritical, useless people that are not ready to serve God and do the right thing. They will not be looking for one devil to blame. You are the architect of your life.
There's no any other reason.
Don't blame
no finance.
No, forget that one. If you are good, you are good. If you are bad, you are bad. It's you.
Now, I used to hear this time and time again. That you see someone will build wealth, get to a particular level, and then they will crash again. What do you think is the reason why someone will create wealth and within a period of time they will now be saying, once upon a time, that this saying that I get time before I no be money. Yeah, so why will someone get to a particular level, build wealth, create level, and then go down to poverty again?
See, when it comes to the journey of wealth creation, even I'm hosting a conference, our annual conference. It's called Business Sustainability Summit. Okay. We do it every year, every last weekend of September. And the focus is to deal with things like this. See, in order for you to build something that is transgenerational, you need to have a transgenerational mindset. Starting a business is one thing. As you start the business, the next thing is to grow the business. Then you scale the business. Then you stabilize the business. Then you expand the business. Then you consolidate. Then you sustain. Sustaining it for the next generation to take over is the issue. So most of the time, a lot of those people, they don't have transgenerational mindset and they don't have sustainability mindset. You see, many people, when they start out in life and they start out in business, they start out based on survival. Let me start something to take care of myself and my family. And there's nothing wrong in that. But you see, a survival mindset cannot build transgenerational wealth. A survival mindset cannot build transgenerational business. So you need to have a transgenerational mindset. So most of those people, as they are building it, when you build with survival, when you now get to a point where you are okay, the desire to continue is no more there. And most of the time, their children are not interested. So you now realize that something goes wrong. So in order to build sustainable wealth, you have to start with a transgenerational mindset. Your goal and your purpose and your why must be more than making money for yourself. It should be making a difference in your generation. So the first generation is called a generating generation. Generating generation. The second generation, most of the time, is a maintenance generation. Then the third generation is an entitlement generation. That is why wealth does not go beyond the third generation. So by the time they get to the third generation, poverty will resume. Because waiting the first generation make, second generation go manage, third generation go chop. Then they go back to poverty and start all over again. The cycle start. So the way it's supposed to be is that when you start as a first generation, you generate the second generation should maintain what the first generation has generated while generating their own also. And then by the third generation, they should do the same. Maintain, secure, and then innovate and generate their own also. And that's the way it goes. Have you noticed that a woman starts selling beans and yam, or selling akara, or a man is doing vulcanizer, or is a mechanic by the side of the road, and with that money, they raise their children to university level. The children will then take akara and plantain by the side of the road to train to university.
It's true.
Left university, enter bank. What are you doing in the bank? Yes, sir. Now, are you not supposed to not carry that university and come back and take the akara into a restaurant?
And modernize it.
And modernize it and package. So that's where we perpetuate the poverty. So that one will now enter inside bank, begin earn money, and then you now realize that the woman will do akara. Now when he now die, nobody will take over akara. An entire conglomerate dies.
Wow.
Because we don't understand that the next generation is supposed to maintain what. So you are supposed to go to school, come back, say, mommy, this is your akara. We are going global. And then you carry the akara, you get different, you come up with your own concept, whether it's franchise, whether it's shop, whether it's office, whether it's to package it from home, sell online. You do that. That is what you are now supposed to do, to take it to the next level. Then you now go deeper to say, okay, this akara, let's be doing the flour. We now start packaging to travel, to sell abroad. You can now become a billionaire because your mother now knows, okay, there is a walo, there is a walo. There is your mother will now be telling you the secret of the trade. There are different. There is white beans. There is this one is gotten from the north. This one is gotten from the east. Those are secrets that is not in any textbook. That your mother will now tell you. You will now find the botanical name.
Yes.
You will now bring your education to now pack it. That's the way this is supposed to work. But we have a bunch of people that will now end up in the rat race of salary. When the entrepreneurial spirit that gave birth to them is still by the roadside.
Wow. But some will say maybe their destiny is not to fry akara or to
destiny?
carry.
Nobody do my money.
To
which destiny? When they think they pay school fees, it not be destiny. The money will pay your school fees now. You say you get destiny. Which destiny you get? That is why we don't understand this. You see, you cannot have a destiny outside of the seed that produced you. Which destiny they talk? When you say you are from a royal family, there is royal blood inside you. Now me make you, I go kill you. Which destiny you get?
Wow.
Your destiny, now me give you destiny. Not be me born you. You say you get destiny. Which destiny? We're just wasting a lot of time. We are reinventing the wheel. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God is a generational God.
And that's one of the sustaining words of Israelites.
He's a generational God. It's not to now say you want to go and reinvent the wheel. If you are from a royal family, from the one who teach you this family, that's what they do. In this family, I don't care what they are saying. In this family.
So everybody must follow the same
This is our way. If you are not following this way, you are not part of this family. God, you know, see what happen for royal family for London. Royal family for London. The guy we don't live in royal family, they disown him. Say you want follow wife, go they disown him. Say bye bye. I hope you know that the queen will die. Now somebody supposed to become king because he need to get one girl. Now he say no. I'm not doing. Now in the corner remove the thing. The whole family lost the throne because of woman.
Child.
They now removed the thing from their family, took it to another family. In that family, there was no man. That's how the queen became the queen. So now this one now, into don't carry wife, don't come out. They don't disown now. If you want to start afresh, go and start afresh. You cannot say you are not part of us and you want to be carrying our private jets. You want to be collecting salary. You want to be living in the park. No, go and live in the streets. Go suffer like young men like you. If they say they born you for Peckham, you go get the kind of money where you get. You go get influence. You go even get passport. You now say you get paid. You won't go become your own. Go and start afresh. You don't need that money. So let's face reality. Many of these things, it doesn't mean people don't have their own destiny, quote, but most of the time there is no destiny anywhere. It's just ambition and lack of vision and direction.
Do you think you need spiritual powers to succeed in life, or does the spiritual control the physical?
Of course, 100%. 100%. You know, I've said it over and over again. You're either in the secret court or you're in the secret place. Everything in the physical is controlled from the spirit. But see, when you say spiritual, it's now relative to what you call spiritual. So for instance now, you asked me that question now. Before you asked me that question, you thought about it. In your thought, it's unreal. It's unseen. So what you said to me was a product of an unseen realm called the realm of the thought. That's a spiritual. That thought realm is a spiritual realm from where you produce the words that you give to me. So when you say spiritual, there is nothing in this world that can come except from the spiritual. The spiritual controls the physical. The spiritual realm is the realm where events occur before they have their natural happenings in the physical. So if you have access to the spiritual and you know how to access the spiritual, you can control physical things. So a lot of people don't understand that you're either in the secret court or you're in the secret place. But because we think from the point of religion, we now think, oh no, there's not like that. No, even that's your argument, that's your rebellion. It's a spiritual thing. It's not you that is rebelling. Something inside you is rebelling against what is being said. It's something that is controlling you. What is controlling you is your beliefs or your experience. So if, for instance, now, I give you an example. During the election that took place, that brought in Buhari about maybe 12 years ago. You know, there was a lot of controversy the same way it was in this last one. During that election, when that election was coming, I was talking to someone. And the way the guy was talking, no, this man is bad, this man is this. So I was just asking, the way that they packaged this guy, who go, he was so vehemently against the Buhari coming. And all of a sudden, the way he was talking, I saw trauma, I saw pain, I saw more than just election. And then I just paused, because I just saw it. I paused, come. This really means a lot to you. The way you are talking, say, don't you know somebody that put my father in jail?
Wow.
Are you saying now? Somebody that put my father in jail.
Brought out the main thing.
The main thing is there. So you can now see that when he was talking, there is a realm that was controlling those actions. But you never. So don't let anybody deceive you. See, this world that we live in, the spiritual controls the physical. You know, in those days, let me give you an example. In those days, well, I don't know whether you people saw it wherever you grew up. We used to have, you see some women by the side of the road, people go, they beat and say, sorry, they go say I'm witch. Say, I'm the one that killed this person. I'm the one that did that.
Nigerian film pollutes people mind on that.
You know, in those, you see all those things. Now, when last have you seen that? Do you see that on the road now? Because the same way the world is advancing, witchcraft too has advanced. When last did you see a Babalawo in one village? Babalawo now wear suit and tie, they have iPad, they have app. Just now, because everything is sophisticated. So witchcraft too has become sophisticated. So we have them everywhere. But people don't understand. So because of the fact that it's not, you know, in those days they say, they go wear red, they go put chalk for face. Today they are in suit and tie, they have perfume, they have gold wristwatch, they are in business class, but they are confirmed spiritual. So the world is governed from the realm of the spirit. If you don't understand it, you are going to be in trouble. You see, everybody is using something. Just be sure that the one you are using is the right one. Because if you are not using something, somebody is using something against you.
Everyone must be using something.
You must be using something. Everybody.
I choose not to be using anything. Why must I use something?
You are using ignorance. You are using something. Are you not using your brain? Are you not using your wisdom? Are you not using your experience? You are using something. Everybody is using something. Just be sure that the one you are using is the right one, or else somebody is using something against you. You understand now? So that's the way this world is. They are just using you. They are just using you. Everybody is using everybody. It's the way the world is. You say they are using just as, oh Lord, use me, Lord, use me, Lord. If you don't want to be used, be useless now. So that is life. Let's just face reality and stop creating. You know, some people are just, no matter what you say, they just want to be on the negative side. They always want to. It's just the spirit.
I'm an unbeliever.
They don't believe anything. No problem. You are going to be like a chicken, bought in January, fed till December, so that you can be eaten. So February you will still be proud and arrogant. June you are still pompous. Even October you are arrogant. By November gone, you are cursing everybody. Now December you go repent, but it will be too late. Because by that time you don't enter soup, it will chop you. So many of the people talking, I have been there. So when I see people, I say, now wow, God help them. We used to be stupid like this. So when I see that, I just pray for them that it will not be too late before they wake up. So when I see people arguing about everything, no problem. It's your reality. I can't argue with your reality. But when you wake up,
that's the thing. Maybe it's because they believe that Christianity has been bastardized with a lot of charlatans that will come up
what has not been bastardized?
And make it look like.
Tell me one thing that has not been bastardized. We have fake lawyer, fake doctor, fake drug, fake lecturer, fake politician, fake pastor. Why is it a problem? There can never be fake without original. So why are you concerned about the fake? Why not become the original? Why are you wasting your time on irrelevant thing? Fake, they will be fake forever. There is still devil. So what's your devil towards his own disciple now? What is your business?
Your business is to disciple those ones that those fakes are carrying, so that you can bring them into the right place.
So is that the way to disciple them, by fighting what? Face your life. Face what is your own. See, when you say darkness, there is nothing called darkness. Darkness is the absence of light. Darkness is the absence of light. Evil thrives when good men do nothing. So the problem is that many of you don't know that you are the perpetrators of evil by concentrating on evil. If we share good news now, nobody will share it. Nobody will like it. Nobody will retweet it. Let evil come. Everybody's commenting on evil. Evil will not be everywhere.
Why?
So we are evil people. We are the one populating the evil. So if somebody is fake now, you know this thing are demand and supply.
Yes.
If there's a fake pastor deceiving people and nobody is talking about him, no news about him, he will fizzle out. But when you bring it out, you say, everybody go comment, the man will become more popular. But the genuine one, you have never commented about them. So we are a bunch of unserious people that are being tools in the hand of the devil to destroy the life that we claim that we want to enjoy.
Wow. And that's true. We pay more attention to the negative rather than to positive.
And the negative,
people don't like sharing the positive. They like spreading the
That's
negative.
why the world has become negative perpetually. So don't blame anybody. Blame yourself. We are all part of the problem.
Some people build business and they get to a particular, they're making money, but you see, but you know, it's a different skill entirely to be able to grow the business. I mean, to scale the business. So what's your best advice on scaling a business? Because someone is making money, is making a particular average amount of money, but you just want to scale so you can be able to go above the level you are. What's your advice on scaling?
If you know better, you do better. Everything rises and falls on leadership. A lot of people have what I call the arrogancy of results.
Arrogancy of
result. And the arrogancy of result is the fact that when you have produced results, there's an arrogancy that comes with the fact that I have produced results. But that arrogancy of result hinders you from the supremacy of greatness. Because there are greater realms you could have gone to. And that arrogancy will hinder you from, because you need humility to learn what will take you to that next bus stop. So we say to people, what brought you here will not take you there. So if you are a businessman and you are producing results and you want to scale, but you are not able to scale, it means that your knowledge has plateaued. It means there are things you now need to do. That's what mentorship is all about. That's what training is all about. But you discover that majority of CEOs, majority of business owners have never gone to one training in their life. They have never, this year alone, I've gone to 2 international leadership training where I paid thousands of dollars. Where I go sit down like this. The last one I went, everybody was going, are you speaking? Are you speaking? I said, no, I'm not a speaker. I came to learn. Say, you.
So even at this your level.
Even at this your level. Many people are coming, bless you, sir. Bless you, sir. That's why they come. Different people, they come. I thought it was you. I say, I'm here to learn like everybody. All of us sit down, they chop like students. Because we are all students. They bring water, we take water, everybody go sit down. Oh yeah, all of you queue, we queue. That is no, I went to learn as a student. Twice this year I've done that.
Even at your level?
Yes. So, because I want to get to the next level. So many times, many of the people, CEO, HR leader, general manager, they don't want to learn. Book, they are not reading. Training, they are not going to. Mentorship, they are not subscribing to. And you want to go to the next level, it does not work like that. That's why I have the mentorship platform, the Billionaires Conclave. You see, the Billionaires Conclave is a high net work of individuals, families that I mentor. And you will see people doing turnover in billions that have never left Nigeria.
How can people join you?
Just that they have never left Nigeria. You see people doing turnover in billions, they don't even know how to train. They don't know anything, they don't know how to do curriculum. It is all this, we didn't know this one, we didn't know that's why. So if you realize that you are doing what you cannot scale, then you need training. So you can join the Billionaires Conclave. So go to my website, www.olumideemmanuel.org/conclave. You download the brochure, and then all the details are there. You can join as an individual, you can join as a family, you can join as an organization. Okay,
now as we begin to run down, you talked about multiple streams of income. Now, the challenge is that some people will say, okay, I want to get different multiple streams of income. At what point should you diversify for that multiple stream of income? Or as you're just starting business, put your hands in different places? Or there are seasons for you to diversify so that you can solidify yourself at a particular place before you move to something else?
Okay. When I started out in 1997-98 on this journey, one of the major breakthroughs was the understanding of multiple streams of income.
Okay.
And it came from Genesis chapter 2. And God spoke to me. I told you I started from Genesis 1, so it came from Genesis chapter 2. And in Genesis chapter 2, from verse 8 all the way down to 15, 16, the Bible said the Lord God took man and he planted a garden in the eastern part of Eden. Then he took the man and put him in the garden to tend and to keep. So the word tend there is to cultivate. husbandry.
Okay.
The word keep is to retain in ownership. So from there, it means that God wants you to have things that you are cultivating that is producing, and then you retain it in ownership to be able to transfer to the next generation. Then, the Bible now said, a river went out of Eden, and that one river parted into 4. Gihon, Pison, Hiddekel, and Euphrates. 4. So, God now spoke to me, 1998. He said, there's a difference between your calling and your career. Your calling is what you are made for. Your career is what you are paid for. Your work is what you are created to do. Your job is what you do to earn a living. Fishes don't struggle to swim. Birds don't struggle to fly. That is their work. It's not a job. When you discover your calling and you discover your work, out of that work and that calling, that's where your destiny will proceed from. You remember that when they wanted to catch fish in Matthew 17, Jesus Christ called Peter. He said, go catch fish. The first fish you catch, in the mouth of the fish there is gold. He did not call Thomas. He did not call Matthew. He called Peter. Why? Peter was a fisherman. Your gold is tied to your gift. Your treasure is tied to your talent. Your profit is tied to your potential. So in order for you to succeed in life, you must discover your primary assignment. What exactly am I created to do? Once you discover that, that is the sole source of your primary income. So if you are created to be a teacher, you don't need to stop teaching till you die. If you are created to be a lawyer, you don't need to stop helping people till you die. That is your primary assignment. That primary assignment now brings income into your life. When you now have understanding of financial education, as those income come, you do the right thing with that income, which is financial management. It is those income that will now help you open up all the other streams. That is what we call. So multiple streams of income is having different channels or platforms that produces income into your life without your direct involvement. That is multiple streams. So what many people are calling multiple streams of income now is not multiple streams of income. It's multiple struggles. So that will bring us back to when you said that the man was rich, the money disappeared. Most of the time, it's multiple struggles. So I give you an example now. You are a man, you are working, you are earning 500,000 every month. Apart from that 500 that you are earning, you have some connection with some people. And then you are able to use that connection to get some other money. Maybe this, okay, let's put 200,000 together. Let's buy palm oil in January. By December, it will be expensive. So you do that, you make money again. When you are coming back home, you use your car to do Uber or Kabu Kabu, you make money. During the weekend, maybe, you are just doing a lot, not only you. So now, you are making money from your salary, you are making money from Uber, you are making money from palm oil. But do you know that all those things you are doing now is struggling? You have multiple things bringing money, but that's not multiple streams of income. Because the day you die, all those money will die. Because when you die, no more salary. When you die, no more Uber. When you die, that connection with the palm oil people, your wife don't know, your children don't know, there's no system. When you die, Uber die. Everything dies. So you now say, my husband had money. When he died, all the money disappear. Money don't disappear. You understand now? It means that your husband was a poor man. He was just a struggler. Say, my father used to be very rich. When my father not die, all the money don't disappear like that. It doesn't work like that. It's because your father was a struggler. He was a poor man. He wasn't rich. Listen to me. One of the richest men that ever lived in Nigeria was MK Abiola. MK Abiola has died. All the companies, many of them started doing what? Started dying. But you know that up till now, if you carry all the real estate that Abiola has, he's still one of the richest men in Nigeria. Because the real estate does not die. All the companies has gone bankrupt. Real estate does not go bankrupt. That is what I'm talking to you about, real estate. You see, when you study life of rich and wealthy people, you realize that all these things we are talking about, people don't understand it. So multiple streams of income means, as you are working now, instead of you working for money, let money be working for you. Be looking for things that you can put money into, that with or without you, it will be working and producing. So that you work, there are multiple sources bringing income without you having to exchange your time or your energy for money. That is multiple sources of income.
Okay, and it can happen at any time, not a particular time.
Anytime. So it's just a function of you, being in that place where, as I spoke to someone this morning, someone wants to invest money. I say if they invest, the person wants to invest 500,000. So I asked the stockbroker, and I say, this person is a can. He said, is it for long term or short term? I say, boy, if you want to do it that within 3 months to 6 months, this one, she was saying, the one that we bought for 11 naira is now 19 naira. 8 naira, don't climb. We can sell. See? Now, that person now that is bringing the money is a teacher. So it can be teaching, and then the money will be producing. But you go see all of us are teachers. But you didn't know that there's a stream that is flowing for that person that you're not aware of. Then maybe that stream from 500 naira will produce 3 million. Because only God knows. Is it not the same teaching all of us are doing? Where they see money. All these people, maybe they are doing that begins they are criminal. They must be something they are doing. They are doing something, but you don't know.
You don't know what they are doing.
This life, my brother.
Someone is doing something.
If you don't know, ask me, listen, maybe, why is it they cut so for you? Let us cut knowledge for you.
Now, I have three final questions for you. One of them is you've spoken about real estate. Somebody may say, okay, what's the best way I can enter real estate and also succeed in it?
Well, there are 4 major areas we play in the sector. You can be a realtor, you can be an investor, you can be a developer, and you can be a regulator. And the easiest and simplest way is to be a realtor. Okay. So that means you are a marketer or agent, commission based. So you are bringing the customer and the market together, and you make your own commission. So that's the easiest way. So anybody that wants to go into that, they can contact us. We'll register you free, we'll train you free, and then we'll give you product to sell.
Oh, you can do that. You register free, everything.
Yeah, everything.
Okay.
Register you free, train you free, put you on a platform, give you market to sell. You sell, you make money. This year alone, people have made millions in commission. So it's not a. Then if you now say, okay, no, I want to start by myself, then land banking is the easiest way to start. Okay. So because a city today was a village yesterday, a village today will be a city tomorrow. You don't wait to buy land. You buy land and you wait. So land banking is you going into if you buy the future today, it's cheaper. So buy land, keep it, and then 5-10 years later, you'll be amazed at what it will become. Then for that one to contact us, we'll connect you to land all over the country. And even in different parts of the world. America, London, everywhere. There's I was in Canada weeks ago, and then we did a School of Money Summit in Toronto. And I was talking to them about land banking, and somebody said, hello, so they are selling land in Canada. I say, it's because you don't know. That's why you are here suffering. So somebody stood and said, oh yeah, what he says is true. He was now telling them he has land that they have bought this. So people don't know. You can buy land anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 major areas: land banking and real.
Yeah, that's the easiest.
Then investment is the higher one of it.
Yeah, because you said how do they start?
Yes.
First, when you get money now, start.
Nigeria start. Okay, now people, like people talk. Like I know some people personally that I know that started businesses and they have shut down currently due to the economy. So do you think does the government has power to create more entrepreneurs? So entrepreneurs are the ones that are supposed to create success, irrespective of the government of the day.
Yeah, see, business and entrepreneurship is very challenging anywhere in the world. In Nigeria, entrepreneurship is now like you are a miracle worker when you're a businessman in Nigeria, because it's extra challenging, because the government itself has not been very, very consistent in their policy, in the putting infrastructures in place, and in enabling the entrepreneurs to succeed. Generally, over 80% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. Another 80% 5 years later. So whenever you see a business that has survived 5 years, it's a big feat. When the business survives 10 years, it's a giant feat. So most of the businesses that have suffered, gone belly up, they have done that because the economic environment has not been able to help them to succeed. Government has a lot to do, but unfortunately, we still have a long way to go, because you cannot, succeed in an environment where the government is not supporting you to succeed, no matter how much you try. But I say to people that if you cannot fly, run. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. just make sure you are making progress, because the only way that the snail and the tortoise will make progress is by bringing their head out of the shell. In the same economic environment, people are making money. So what will now be your excuse?
That's true.
The environment is not a conducive one. It stifles you. But be resilient, be tough. You can still make it, because we are the hope.
We're going to renew the hope. In your view, what's the most financial decision that you think separates wealthy people from poor people?
It's knowledge. Knowledge and network, that's all. Many times, it's rich people. Look, every day I'm reading. Every day I'm reading. I'm learning. What else do I need to know? What else do I need to know? But a poor man says, I don't have time. I book, I go chop. Just now. So knowledge, the more you know, the more you grow. If you know better, you do better. If you're not informed, you will be deformed. If you're not inspired, you will expire. If you're not updated, you'll be outdated. Those who know rule over those who do not know. Information is the key to transition. Number one is information. Number two is network. Who are your friends? We always say that if you move with 5 rich people, you'll be the number 6. A lot of poor people, you are poor, your friends are poor. Where you not go end? And you go are gisting and insulting rich people. And you want to be poor. Anything you insult, you can never attract. So number one is knowledge, number two is network. With those two things, you can win.
Okay.
Let me give you a story. There is a billionaire in Nigeria that had a problem with his station. And because he was part of a billionaire's group, and he was shutting down, they said, no, you can't be our friend and start a business in Nigeria and shut down now. Abba, no problem, we'll sort you out. They didn't give him money, but they used their network to set him up. So the first one went to his company and said, hello, all our adverts for the next 1 year is only this TV station. Pay in advance. Second one went, same thing. The TV station is still one of the top in Nigeria today. The Salvation, the guy went to South Africa, rented the place, shut down. Went to London, shut down. He was already moving to bankruptcy. But network. They say, let's help you. Who are your friends? If you need 1 million, now who you will call? People, when they ask you for urgent 2K, now you go ask for 1 million. So many of us, knowledge we don't have, network we don't have. In my place, one, low, to lay on, double jeopardy. That's the problem. With that, you are good. And I pray for everyone that you embrace knowledge, go to my website, go to my YouTube channel, learn, and then connect with the right people.
Now, to finalize it all, what do you think, what do you think when it comes to taking risk? What do you calculate as the right risk taken to take and the foolish risk to take? Because some people will talk about different kind of risk.
You know, as a pastor, we do finally, like for that. You know, this is your 5th finally. Last question, finally. Now, are you going to be blaming pastor? You are a pastor and you don't do finally. Last 2 questions. Last year, does the river, and then you go answer another one. You see, and you say you are not using something. You are using brain.
I'm using something.
Life is a risk. Risk is a key.
Okay.
So when you say risk, add EY to it. It's called risk key.
Okay, risk.
It's not risk key. It's risk key. So risk is one of the keys of success. If you risk nothing, you gain nothing. So when it comes to life, 2 things you need to do. Make sure that any risk you want to take is calculated risk and is informed risk. Informed risk in the sense that you get all the information you can get about that particular area. And then calculated risk means that you now calculate, do what is called scenario planning. Worst case scenario. If I do this, if this happens, so you do that, and then you do that calculation, and then you jump out. That's the way it works. So it's risk that is a key. But it has to be informed and calculated. So don't just blindly risk, and don't just risk without calculation. So we say to people, don't put in something you are not willing to lose. That's the calculation. So if I've got that information that this thing, they say it's produced, I've studied it, I think it's a good thing to do. But because I don't have the control over everything, instead of putting on my savings, let me try it with this amount first. So you have informed yourself and you calculated it. You now put it in our work. It's okay, I think I can now. That's the way it works.
So what's your final words on how people can take charge of their financial lifestyle?
1,000 good intentions are not as powerful as one action. If it's going to be, it's up to you. Your life will remain the same way it is until you do something meaningful about it. So all I will say to you, don't just listen. Take notes and implement. because it is what you do with what you know that produces results. I'll see you at the top.
So guys, you're sitting. Thank our guest, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity. Guys, thank my guest. I remain your host, Benzik, and thank you for watching. I believe you have been highly impacted, and if it's the first time I'm coming to the channel, do it to hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it, and subscribe with those that this is going to benefit. Share it with people also. So, sir, if you have something you want to share or promote or tell them about,
well, I don't know when this will air. If you want to join the Billionaires Conclave, like I said, which is a network of high net worth individuals, then contact us. Go to my website, www.olumideemmanuel.org. You go there. Then if you want to get all my books, you go to the same platform. Some of my books are on Amazon. So you get there, you get them on Amazon, Olumide Emmanuel. And then you go to the website, you see all my books there also, materials that will help you. And then if you want to be a part of any of our events, the School of Money Summit, the Entrepreneurship Academy, the Conclave Summit, just contact us, 0809 144 7423. 0809 144 7423 or 0802 305 9058. 0802 305 9058. Then you go to my YouTube channel at Dr. Olumide Emmanuel on YouTube or my CSTV. That's my TV station. And then you can follow us on all my social media platforms. I'll see you at the top.
So that is it, guys. You've heard from Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, and I believe that's all you need to hear for today. And so this episode, like I said, the part one we did, this is more like a follow-up for it. If you have not watched it, I will link it in the comment section or in the description so you can watch it, so you can follow up with this. It's highly mind-blowing and highly engaging. I remain your host, Benzik, and I'm going to see you once again next time. So once again, thanks my guest, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. And I'll see you again next time, guys. So do take care of yourself. Cheers.